Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Om Jnanatamidandasya Jnananjanachalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudapadagamam Shri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagarjatam Sagagana Raghunathanvitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पांचाकल्पद्रुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. By the mercy of Guru Krishna and Śrī Āndāl Nachiyar, we are entering into the 22nd day of the Mārgasirsha month and into the 22nd Pāsuram. And this Pāsuram comes under the 5th stage of the Tiruppāvai. In this 5th stage, starting from Pāsuram 21 to 25, Āndāl Nachiyar and her Kumarikas waking up Krishna directly. And very interestingly, you could have noticed yesterday, they were waking up the Lord gently, and today also they are requesting the Lord to wake up fully and open his glance on them. So tomorrow what they will request, please come out, don't sit on your bed, walk like a lion. So they want to see the wonderful stylish walk of the Lord. So that will be happening tomorrow. Thereafter they'll be requesting the Lord what are the paraphernalias required and how to complete the vrata and all the things. We'll be looking into it. That's another fantastic portion of the Tiruppāvai. So Āndāl Nachiyar, as we know that, appeared in the Srivilliputtūr in the 8th century, and Father Periyalvar is also one among the Alvars, and she has done this 30 verses, that is Tiruppāvai Pāsurams, and she has done 143 verses of Nachiyar Tirumozhi, which includes the Varanam Ayiram also, and she is none other than incarnation of Bhumi Devi. So Āndāl Nachiyar has spread the Vaishnavism and Krishna Bhakti all over, and her intention is only Goshti. Even in our today's Pāsuram also, we can understand how much Āndāl Nachiyar is expressing. With all our Goshti, we have come here at your lotus feet to have your darshan and a glance. So like this, it is a wonderful explanation. And Āndāl Nachiyar finally got married to Ranganatha Swami. And Ranganatha Swami in Shivaliputri is called as Sri Angamannar. So Āndāl Nachiyar has completely inundated the entire Shivaliputtur with the Vrajabhumi Vrindavan mood, and particularly she has maintained that Vrata which was maintained by the Brajagopis, what is called as Katyayani Vrat, here it is called as Pavai Nondu. So this way there are wonderful revelations and realizations between the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and Tiruppāvai. So before we start into the today's Pāsuram, I request Malini Gopi to recite the Taniyan of Āndāl Nachiyar.
Hi Krishna Prabhu. Am I audible now?
Yeah, clear.
Nila Tungastha Nagari Tadi Suptam Udbodhya Krishnam Parartyam Swam Shruti Satashira Siddham Adhyapayanti Sochishthayam Srajani Galitam Ya Balakritya Bhukte Godatasya Namayadam Idam Bhuya Evastu Bhuyaha Annavayal Puduvai Āndāl Arangarkar Pannu Tiruppāvai Parpadiyam எண்ணிசையால் பாடி கொடுத்தால் நற்பா மாலை பூ மாலை சுடி கொடுத்தாலே சொல்லு சுடி கொடுத்த சுடற்கொடியே தோல் பாவை பாடி அருள வல்ல பல்வளையாய் நாடினி வெங்கடுவர்க்கு விதி என்றே மாற்றம் நாங்கடுவா வண்ணமே நல்கு.
Hare Krishna, thank you. So now we can observe how Āndāl Nachiyar has showered mercy on a devotee girl and whose mother tongue is Sindhi, and she is able to recite the Taniyans. Taniyan, as I told you, glorification of Āndāl Nachiyar. That means this devotee girl has complete mercy and blessings of Āndāl Nachiyar. Okay, Hare Krishna. Let's move on to the Pāsuram of today, 22nd. I request Aishwarya Gopalakrishnan to start.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Anganmanyalathu arasar Anganmanyalathu arasar abhimana பங்கமாய் வந்து நின் பள்ளிக்கட்டிற்கீழே அபிமான பங்கமாய் வந்து நின் பள்ளிக்கட்டிற்கீழே சங்கமிருப்பார் போல் வந்து தலை பெய்தோம் சங்கமிருப்பார் போல் வந்து தலை பெய்தோம் கிங்கிணி வாய் செய்த தாமரை பூ போலே கிங்கிணி வாய் செய்த தாமரை பூ போலே செங்கஞ்சிறு சிறிதே எம்மேல் விழியாவோ செங்கஞ்சிறு சிறிதே எம்மேல் விழியாவோ திங்களும் ஆதித்யனும் எழுந்தார் போல் திங்களும் ஆதித்யனும் எழுந்தார் போல் அங்கண் இரண்டும் கொண்டு அங்கண் இரண்டும் கொண்டு எங்கள் மேல் நோக்குதியே எங்கள் மேல் சாபம் இழிந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய் எங்கள் மேல் சாபம் இழிந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
Hare Krishna. Very nice. Wonderful. Thank you, man. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, I'm opening the room. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Yes, Prabhu, you can continue here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That was melodiously sung by Aishwarya Gopalakrishnan. So let us get into the Pāsuram. அங்கண் மா ஞாலத்து அரசர் அபிமான பங்கமாய் வந்து நின் பள்ளிக்கட்டிற்கீழே சங்கம் இருப்பார் போல் வந்து தலை பெய்தோம் கிங்கிணிவாய் செய்த தாமரை பூ போலே செங்கண் சிறு சிறிதே எம்மேல் விழியாவோ திங்களும் ஆதித்தனும் எழுந்தார்போல் அங்கண் இரண்டும் கொண்டு எங்கள் மேல் நோக்குதியேல் எங்கள் மேல் சாபம் இழிந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய். Let us get into the word by word meaning. Angan ma ஞாலத்து. Ankan, that wonderful creation of the Lord, the entire world. ஞாலத்து, so the related areas are the kingdom. Arasar, the kings. Abhimana, Abhimana means having their egos, or you can call it as in Garva. So Bangamai, Bangamai means that is lost. Here it is Bangam means that ego is lost. Vandu came, nin, your Palli Kattirkire. Palli means lying down or the Shayana. Kattirkire, Kattil means the cot, Kire means below that. Sangam, a group of Tiruppāvai, that means together, assembled. Vandu again came. Thalai peidom. Thalai peidom means it is mentioned they are bowing down. And how they are bowing down? They are surrendering themselves. Thalai peidom. Then it talks about kinkini. Kinkini means it is a bell which is adorning the anklets. Siruchiride, in small portion or in a little way. Male, that means on us. Sorry, Kinkini, I have gone to the wrong line. Okay, Kinkini means, as I told you, the bells which are adorning the anklets. Why say that means there is a wonderful mouth for that bell, and how it is compared, Tamarai Pupole. So the lotus, Pupole, like the flower, Shankan, that lotus eyes, red eyes, Chirichiride, a little, Yemmail, honest, Viyao, glancing, Tingalam, moon, Adityanam, the sun god, Elundar got up, Pole, like that, Amkan, that wonderful lotus eyes, Irandum, two, Konde, with that, Engal male honest, Nokidiyel, shower your glance on us. Nokku means look at us or glance at us. Engal male on us, Sabham, there are so many sinful reactions, Ilindelor, lost or destroyed. So this is the word by word meaning for this Pāsuram. See, in this Pāsuram, Āndāl has given so many similes. What is that for? For the Lord's eyes are opening, and she is giving so many similes. What is that? One is the wonderful bells which adorn the anklets, and she talks about the lotus flower, and finally she talks about that beautiful moon and the powerful sun. So all these examples are given to the Lord's lotus eyes. Okay, so how it has to be opening. So let us get into the translation and we will go to the discussion further. Prabhu, can we get into the translation? Yeah, thank you. In the same way as kings who have ruled over vast stretches of beautiful domains give up their arrogance that there is none more powerful than they, and assemble in groups before the throne of the conquering emperor. We too have gathered in large numbers beneath your seat of your glory, with our egoism fully shattered. Open slowly and gradually your eyes, which resemble the lotus, that is slightly open like the lips of a small bell, and which are tinged with red with your gracious love for us. Do direct your kind glance upon us, should your two eyes, which appear like the sun and the moon rising simultaneously on the sky, direct look towards us. Even the curse like karma, which are condemned to endure, will leave us on its own accord. Hare Krishna. Okay, so let us get into the detailed analysis of this Pāsuram. As I was explaining, Anganmal Nyalatarasar. Here also there is one simile. What she is telling, we all have assembled like the kings. And what are the kings and who are the kings? What is that position? So this is also explained here. So there is a wonderful tract of land, and on the earth planet, there are so many kings. Each and everyone is boasting themselves, I am powerful, I am powerful. But unfortunately, when it comes to the Lord, all their egos are completely shattered. Abhimanamai, Abhimana Bhangamai. So that means when the Lord is present, all the kings are zeros. They cannot be heroes. So, and to get the favor of the Lord, what they are trying to do, they are very wise. what do? They come and stand or sit below the cot where the Lord is lying down. See here, Pallikattir Kile, it was explained in two different ways. There is one Acharya in Sri Vaishnavism, Periyavachan Pillai. He defines it, the Pallikattir, the cot, or it is also called as throne. Because especially the royal family, they have such a wonderful furniture. The king will be always sitting on a throne, right? So here, throne is called for sitting purpose. And the same throne can be extended as a bed also. So this way, the Lord has got such a wonderful throne, and he sits when the kings are surrendering at his lotus feet. At the same time, the Lord has got another posture, what is that? Shayana, right? Lying down posture. So that also can be considered because it is flexible like that. So if you go to any temple in the South India, especially Sri Vaishnava Vishnu temples, you can see the Lord in three different transcendental posture. What are they? One, the Lord will be in a Shayana posture. How one can see this wonderful Shayana posture in Srirangam and Thiruvananthapuram and so many other places too, for example. Okay. Then when it comes to the sitting and giving the darshan, there are a few places, especially when you go to Ramaswamy temple in Kumbakonam, the Lord sits and gives the darshan. There are another few places also similar to that. Then there is another posture wherein the Lord stands and gives darshan. That is Balaji and so on. So we can understand here the Lord, first he was on the lying posture as the kings are coming and surrendering at his lotus feet. They were waiting at the bottom of the cart, and the Lord also gets up and accepts their salute or whatever you call it. So this way, this is explained. In this connection, one can understand there are so many kings who have surrendered to the Lord. In Chennai, there is a temple which is very, very interesting temple. It is also one among the Kannada and Divyadesam, which is called as Tiruvallikeni in Tamil. In English, they call it as Triplicane, where the Lord gives the standing posture, darshan, and he has got a whip. And he gives the darshan that of a Parthasarathi with a long mustache and other things. So wonderful it is. So there was a king by name Gomati. He surrendered to the Lord. Similarly, there is one more example which we can give it here is when we go to Thiruvananthapuram Padmanabha Swami temple, right, where the Lord is in the lying posture and giving darshan. There, the Tiruvankur, the kingdom is called a Tiruvankur. It is belonging to the Chera dynasty. And the kings, they always call them as Padmanabhadasa. They never call them as kings. So even when we talk about the Kulasekara Alvar also, he never calls himself as king. He always calls him as Dasa. So like this, when the Lord is present, all the kings surrender or shatter all their egos and surrender thoroughly to the Lord. So this way, as the Lord was about to be woken up, the Āndāl Nachiyar and her team, they are telling, like those kings, we all have assembled. The Lord is asking, who are all there? Then they are telling, it is not one or two. We are around 5 lakhs. Sangam Iruppar Pole. So we have come in a Goshti only. And what we are doing? Vandu Talai Pedom. And we have come to surrender at your lotus feet. And we have kept all our heads at your lotus feet. So here we can understand Āndāl Nachiyar and the gopis are very intelligent. Because if you look at it, in many places, the Lord talks so wonderfully, pleasing to the gopis. As we see in the Bhagavatam also many places, right? What we always look at it is each and every jiva is completely a surrendered soul or a servant of the Lord. So Krishna is the boss when we are not surrendering. The moment we surrender, the Lord accepts us as his boss. So this is what Āndāl Nachiyar wisely, what did she say? Vandu thalai peidom. We have kept all our heads bowed down at your lotus feet. So the Lord is very much pleased. Oh, you all have surrendered. What should I do? Huh? Now tell me, you order, I will listen to you. This is what the Lord's wonderful pastime. If you look at the Bhagavatam also, in the case of the king Ambarish Charitra also, wherein Durvasa went to Lord for protection, and the Lord said, Aham Bhakta Paradinaha, I am a servant of my devotee. So Āndāl Nachiyar and the Kumarikas are very wise, and they did this. And now, as the Lord is asking, what should I do? Immediately, Āndāl Nachiyar is very wise. She is not asking for any petty things. What does she say? Please open your lotus eyes. And he is giving a wonderful simile here. What is that? Because nowadays, I don't know how many ladies are wearing the anklets. Anklets means it will be adorned with so many bells. As they walk, jal, 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 like that, the sound will come, right? So when you look at the bells, many of you might not have noticed the bells are always having a small ball inside it, and the mouth of the bell will be slightly opened. So if the bell mouth is fully opened, the ball will go out and the noise will not come. The sound will not come. So that's why she says, Kinkini, why say that? Kinkini, why say that? So jal jal, that sound comes, no? Similar to that. And how she is telling, again, she is giving another wonderful simile here, the lotus. Because the lotus opens up, right? And at little later time, it closes it. It is not fully open, half open, right? So similar to that, because based on the sunrise, the lotus opens, right? Blossoms. So she is giving a wonderful explanation like that. Then Shankan Chirichiride, your lotus eyes, let it be opening a little, not in a full way. Emmel Viriao, your glance. See, one should understand, if you look at the Bhagavatam, many places, all the acharyas are requesting the Lord to glance at him. Even Kunti Maharani says, just by his glance, all the tracts of land on the earth become very flourishing. Similarly, when the glance of the Lord falls on the devotees, that is the topmost blessing. See, that's why if you look at it in South India, all the temples will have darshan both sides, one side ladies, one side gents, and they will not be facing the Lord directly. They'll be waiting on the side. So the Lord will have a glance that is the topmost. Even Prabhupada many times always mention, what is he saying? It is not that you had the darshan. The Lord has to give his glance at you. That is topmost. So like this, Āndāl Nachiyar is very wise, and she is telling, your glance is more than sufficient. So why she's asking for only glance? Many people will ask, because they are right in front of the Lord. They can have the full eyes opened by the Lord. Because here, one of the Vaishnava Acharya is explaining, when the Lord showers his mercy, we must have enough sufficient or qualified vessel or patra to receive that mercy. So we are not capable of that. In Hindi also we say that, no, chappad pad ke deya. So like that, he breaks the roof and gives everything, right? But we must be qualified enough to accept it. So here Āndāl Nachiyar, with the humbleness, as she was telling, all our egos are shattered. Here she is showing her humbleness. What did she say? With humility, she says, your glance alone is more than sufficient, because that fulfills everything. If you look at the Bhagavatam, so many acharyas are telling, by his glance, everything is complete. Even the creation also, as we know that, a glance enough and the Mahattatva starts working on it. Until then, it was a sleep mode, then it starts functioning. So like this, here Āndāl Nachiyar is so wonderfully explaining. This is what I tell you, the more you relish the Tiruppāvai, the more you get the essence of it. because it is completely nectarian, completely nectarian. This is very important. That's why I request all the speakers in different languages dwell on the Tiruppāvai meaning and translation and discussion for more time, and the Bhagavatam for at least 5 to 10 minutes, because it is completely nectarian. Okay, so moving on to that, then what does she say now? Siridi Siridi ML Vidiyavo, then Thingalum Adithanum. Then she is comparing the Lord's lotus eyes, one to the moon, which is cool, cool, cool. The other one is Adityan, the sun, hot, hot, hot. Ezhundar pole. So imagine both sun and moon rise together. What will be? We call it a samavas, right? But this is not the case. Here, the Lord's lotus eyes, one side it is showering so much of cool, other side it gives so much of brightness. So Āndāl Nachiyar says, these two are your eyes. Even in the Bhagavatam, also in the 3rd canto, if you remember, right? Somewhere in the Kapila Devi instruction, it is mentioned all these devatas are working or functioning under the strict instructions of the Lord. So whether it is moon or the sun, they have to work accordingly. So that means here also the Lord has got a lotus eye, which is one side moon, other side is sun. So Āndāl Nachiyar further he say, Ankan means with that two eyes, irandum with that two, kondu means you, engal mel nokidiyel means shower your glance, that is the topmost. Yesterday they gently asked him to wake up. The moment he wakes up, how he has to open his eyes. This is what she is explaining. So one can understand how they are able to dominate in this situation. Yesterday we saw that the Lord comes down in such a situation. Yesterday, the second line of the Pāsuram explains the Lord protects his devotees, but he never boasts, right? Like us, he never. So here also, Āndāl Nachiyar so gently dominating and brings Krishna under their control. Engal male, by looking at his glance, listen here, what is the benefit of it now? Engal male shabam. So that means knowingly or unknowingly, whatever the karma is accumulated with us, with your glance, everything will be destroyed. So this way, Āndāl Nachiyar is pleasing to the Lord and requesting again and again to open his lotus eyes. As I told you, tomorrow's Pāsuram is like, please do not just give your glance like a lion, you come out. How a lion? As the lion wake up from a cave. So that is also amazing words. So as the Lord walks, they relish his stylish walk. If you remember in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, many of the gopis, they will keep the small balls of butter and they will tempt Krishna. You walk like this, you walk like that, right? As the Lord walks like that, it will be like a black elephant comes like that, and all his curly hairs will be swinging this way, that way. The same situation also in the Dāmodar Ashtakam also, where that Satyavrata Muni is explaining. So these are all the wonderful pasurams which we can relish again and again. So in this situation, one can understand how Āndāl Nachiyar is giving this Pāsuram description of the Lord and at the same time the glories of the Lord. As I told you, many of the kings are falling at his lotus feet. In this connection, we have got a wonderful relation in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. There are so many cases, but we are picking up only one. So this is from the 10th canto. Hare Krishna, 48th verse, and chapter number is 63. This is the war or the battle between the Lord and the Banasura, and Lord Shiva joins the side of Banasura. So this is to release Aniruddha. This is the story behind it, right? So how all the kings joined Banasura to fight Krishna, and how Krishna defeated them, and how all they surrendered to the Lord. So this we can understand from these few verses, and we will go to the Gopika Gitam also, wherein another beauty is there. Let us relish that nectar also. So shloka number 48. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Darpo Pasham Manayasya Pravrikna Bahavo Maya Suditam Cha Balam Bhuhi Yacha Bharayitam Bhuvaha Darpo Pashamana Yasya Pravrikna Bahavo Maya Suditam Cha Balam Bhuhi Yacha Bharayitam Bhuvaha. Here there is a word Upasamanaya. Upasamanaya, for subduing. Right? This is a wonderful verse. In this, the translation goes like this. It was to subdue Banasura's false pride. What did we see there? Āndāl Nachar was telling, Abhimana Bhangamai. Abhimana means pride or false pride. Bhangamai means completely severed or destroyed, shattered. So here also it was to subdue Banasura's false pride that I severed his arms. Who is he telling? Krishna is telling. And I slew his mighty arm because it had become a burden upon the earth. Okay, then moving on to the next verse. Chatvarosya bhujha sishta bhavishyat yajja rama raha parshada mukhyo bhavato na kutaschit bhayo suraha. Translation. This demon, who still has 4 arms, will be immune to old age and death. So the Lord is giving special blessing. What is that? He will not be meeting the old age or death. And he will serve as one of your principal attendants. Thus, he will have nothing to fear on any account. Abhaya. Clear? Okay. So moving on to the next verse. This is very important. Iti labdva bhayam krishnam pranamya shirasa suraha. Listen carefully. Pranamya shirasa suraha. There, vandu talai peidom. Same word, identical words, right? What is that? Pranamya, bowing down. Shirasa, with his head. Okay. Pradyumnim Ratam Aropya Swadho Savadho Samupanayat. Translation. Thus attaining freedom from fear, Bhanasura offered obeisances to Lord Sri Krishna by touching his head to the ground. See, I'll tell you, then we can relish each and every inch or every word or every letter of Tiruppāvai to the Bhagavatam. So, Vandu Talai Pedam, what did she say? We are bowing down at your lotus feet just below your cot. So here Banasura is bowing down on the ground, touching his head. So many people do the namaskar, but unfortunately they don't know how to do that. If it is a men folk, they have to do Sashtanga Namaskar. 8 anga of the body has to touch the ground. This is Prabhupada says Dandavat. Many people orally say Dandavat Pranam, Dandavat Pranam. That is not the way. One has to do physically do that. That's also mentioned in one of the purport. Prabhupada is telling one should do the proper physical Dandavat, not in words. Okay. Then moving on to that. Bana then seated Aniruddha and his bride on their chariot and brought them before the Lord. So as we see here, he was not willing to give his daughter to Aniruddha in marriage, But after getting defeated, he says he is bringing Aniruddha and his bride before the Lord. So the next translation is also very interesting. I will just finish with that. At the front of the party, Lord Krishna then placed Aniruddha and his bride, both beautifully adorned with fine clothes and ornaments, and surrounded them with full of military division. That Lord Krishna took leave of his Lord Shiva and departed. So all Shiva also surrendered there. So this is the first portion what we are saying. Anganyan Malat Tarasar Bangamai, Abhimana Bhangamai, Vandin Talai Peidom, that portion. Okay. So moving on to that, now we are moving to the next portion of the Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 31st chapter, sloka number 70. This is part of the Gopika Geetam. Rahasi Sambidam Hrichayodhayam Prahasitananam Prema Vikshanam. Vikshanam is glance. Brihadarushyo Vikshadhamate Muhurati Spruha Muhyate Mana. Muhurati Spruha Muhyate Mana. Okay, the translation. Our minds are repeatedly bewildered as we think of the intimate conversation we had with you in secret. Feel the rise of lotus in our hearts and remember your smiling face, your loving glance. What is the understanding here? As I told you, Nokkidiyel, Angan, further, what does she say? Second portion, Nokkidiyel. Nokkidiyel is your loving glance. Tingalum Adittanum Eldarpol. So here also what the gopis are telling, your loving glances and your broad chest, the resting place of goddess of fortune. Thus we experience the most severe hankering for you. So as we see that, every portion of it is something amazing. So next shloka also will read the translation. O beloved, your all auspicious appearance vanquishes the distress. What is that? Vanquishes appearance, because as the Lord appears, vanquishes the distress of those living in the Braja forest. Our minds long for your association. Please give to us just a bit of that medicine, which counteracts the disease of your devotees' hearts. So like this, as we go on discussing, there are so many nectarian portion of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So it is an unending one. This is what I am trying to explain. All of you, one can relish again and again Bhagavatam and Tiruppāvai together parallelly. Because as I told you, Āndāl Nachiyar took the bhava of a gopi of Vraja. And she observed the vrata, which is similar to that of Katyavini Vrata, and she considered all the village girls of Shivaliputur as the Kumarikas of Vraja. And similarly, here also one can understand each and every portion of the longing for the association, Virahatab, whatever you call it. Each and every portion is just similar to that of Rajagopis. So that's why the 10th canto is completely a pure essence of it. In fact, Āndāl Nachiyar talks about the other appearances also, incarnations also. But majority of the wonderful pastimes of the Lord is explained, and repeatedly Āndāl Nachiyar was in deep love with Krishna. So this way she is spreading the Krishna Bhakti all over everywhere. So one can relish again and again the Tiruppāvai. So I request all of you to spend a lot of time to read the Tiruppāvai translations and also read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam of Prabhupada translation and purport. This is a very important thing. Okay, before we close down, let us chant that every time we forgot. Now we will do that. Glorification of Āndāl Nachiyar at the end. Kodai Pirandavur, Govindan Vazhum Ur. Kodai Pirandavur means where Goda Nachiyar or Andal Nachiyar appeared. What is the Divya Desham? Srivilliputtur. Govindan Vazhumur. Govindan Vazhumur means Lord Govinda eternally resides there. Chodimani Madam Tondrumur. So again, the Lord appears in the wonderful bright money. Then Nidiyal Nalla Bhaktargal Vazhum. Nidhi means here it talks about the scriptures and the other shastras. Nalla Bhaktar means all the good devotees or the pure devotees. Vazhumur. Nanmaraigal Odumur. Nanmarai means it talks about the four Vedas are recited constantly. How recited? Because when you recite the Tiruppāvai, automatically all the four Vedas are there and the essence are there. Then what does he say? Villiputtur Vedakonur. Who is that? Periyalvar. Padahangal Tirkum Paramanadi Padi. Padahangal means what? All the sinful reactions. Tirkum means destroyed or shattered. Paraman Adikatum. Paramanadi means the lotus feet of the Lord by singing. Vedam Anaitirkum Vittahum. This is the beach or the seed for all the Vedas. Kodai Tamil Aindaindum 25, Aindum plus 5, 30. Ariyada Manidare Vayam Sumappadu Ambu. Those who do not know this 30 Pasurams of Tiruppāvai of Andal Nachiyar, such a person is a mere burden to the Mother Earth. So this is what it is explained here. So we are all fortunate to listen to the Tiruppāvai, and we are fortunate to learn the Tiruppāvai, and we are able to relish with the Bhagavatam also. So we have to definitely go down to Andal Nachiyar as well as Srila Prabhupada, who gave us all their blessings and mercy for us to progress in Krishna Bhakti together. Hare Krishna. Grantra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Andal Nachiyar ki jai. Tiruppāvai ki jai. So today's host, what is the full name, Prabhu? Gulati Prabhu. No, what is the full name?
Rishu Gulati Prabhu.
Okay. So Prabhu and his family, wife's name, children, can you say the names?
Natasha and Radhya.
Okay, children?
Radhya and Natasha.
Okay. For all the four, let us pray to the Lord. They progress in Krishna Bhakti. I got it. Rishu Gulati and family. For them, as well as we all have to progress in Krishna Bhakti, let us all pray to the Lord thrice so that we constantly, with good health, serve the Lord and his devotees. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. Vasant Prabhu?
Another 1 minute, Prabhu, like closing. Yeah.
Who is delaying now today?
Telugu and Malayalam.
Acha, Telugu, who is there?
Anuradha Vrajagovindaji taken the class, Prabhu. Now Jagan Prabhu is summarizing it.
Okay, then in Malayalam?
Malayalam Murlinath Prabhu.
Murlinath. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dhanvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Narottam Krishna Dasa.
Prabhuji, second आरती हमारे घर पर है.
अच्छा, वेरी गुड. जूम में ज्वाइन कर सकते तो ज्वाइन करेंगे, मगर बीच में मेरे को भागवतम क्लास है ऑनलाइन उसी समय पे, मतलब यहाँ का रात को 11:30 से 12:30 तक भागवतम क्लास है रात को.
ठीक है.
क्योंकि इंडिया टाइम वो तो 10 से 11 तक ऐसा कुछ. हाँ, फिर आपका घर पे कौन सा टाइम है?
अभी 7 o'clock है ना सेकंड आरती.
हाँ, अच्छा, ओके.
हो गया, वहां से इधर आएंगे 7 बज जाएगा.
अच्छा, ठीक है. वो ज्वाइन करूंगा, नहीं ये तो आप लोग मैनेज कीजिए. ठीक है प्रभु. हरे कृष्णा.
नहीं, अभी उस टाइम भागवतम क्लास चलता है प्रभु जी.
हाँ, बराबर वही है. चलो प्रभु. हरे कृष्णा.
हरे कृष्णा.
हरे कृष्णा. विद्यागति प्रभु.
எஸ் பிரபு. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
நீங்க ஓம் கோவிந்த் கேளுங்க. எதனால இது போல சின்ன ஒரு இதுவாச்சு.
சரி பிரபு சரி ஓகே
எல்லாருக்கும் வந்து சரியா ஒரு
சரி பிரபு ஓகே ஓகே
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா